Hello, this is cybersecurity student Reginald Andre, and we are live right now in an airport. No, not a mall, but an airport. And I've been doing a lot of traveling, so if you hear some noise up in the speakers there, it's just someone that the airport is trying to get their attention because their plane is about to leave. So sorry in advance for that. So I wanted to talk about a very important policy that you should have in your business. And I've done videos before of what you should be doing when you're traveling, VPNs and stuff like that. So you can always go on my YouTube channel, Arc Solvers, and you can find that. But what I wanted to talk about today was a policy that not many business owners know about, that if they knew about it, a lot of the hacks that happen would be blocked. And let me talk about that for a second. So we had someone call us to do what is called an incident response because their email got compromised. One of the emails and one of the department people emails got compromised. So a hacker basically got in their email. And as we started to do the investigation, we asked the boss, the owner, and we said, hey, do you have any employees in South Africa or Europe, or was this person traveling in that area? And they was like, no, we've had no employees to our knowledge travel internationally this year. And the persons whose email got compromised, they're right here. They haven't gone anywhere. So it turns out that the person's email address got hacked, and the IP address, think of it as like a home address, and the IP address that it was registered to was in South Africa and also another one in Europe. So how this relates to when you're traveling is because Microsoft and Google, if you use Google, but I'm just going to say Microsoft has a policy where you can actually say if an email address, if a phone, if your device, if a laptop, if anything with a business email logs in outside of the United States, it's automatically going to block it. And why that's important is because if this person had that policy on, they would have essentially blocked the hacker from logging in and checking all their emails and then spamming all of their vendors and customers. And it's a very simple policy. It's called conditional access. And we recommend this to all our clients. So let me go ahead and give it to you a different way. The policy basically says that if that email address pings or logs in from anywhere outside the United States, it automatically blocks the account. So what would have happened is, now with this scenario I gave you, is that employee would have came in the morning, their email address wouldn't work, they wouldn't be able to check the emails, but their emails would have been compromised. And all the bad stuff that happened afterwards wouldn't have happened. So this is something that I recommend to all my clients to do. It's called conditional access policy or business travel policy. There's different words for it, but it's a lifesaver. And I highly recommend it because many times, I would say 99% of the time, hackers, the bad guys, they're not here in the United States. They're outside of the United States. They're in Korea, they're in India, they're in China, they're in Russia. And they're going to log in with those IP addresses. Now, yes, there are ways for them to spoof the email or log in from the United States IP address, but our job as cybersecurity professionals is we're trying to lower the risk. Of course, we're not going to be able to get every single thing, but our job is to essentially limit the blast. And if one of those hackers try to use an IP address from the outside because they know that email password, it would have blocked it, and hence we would have limited the radius of the blast. So I hope this was useful. This is something, again, that is free with your Microsoft 365. So I highly recommend that you turn on that feature. Now, of course, if your employee's traveling, they need to know to alert you so that that policy specifically for that mailbox can be disabled. But it's a five minute to go in and disable that policy for the employee, but it's worth it in the long run. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about VPN or anything like that. I just will say that make sure you have this policy because it's really important, it's really good, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will speak to you next time.